Good morning, everyone. You're watching Recreational Knitting, and this is Karen. I'm the hostess. This is where I show all of my knitty adventures, and I'm currently coming to you from the Koreshan State Park and Historic Site in Estero, Florida. And I'm coming to you directly from the blacksmith shop. This is where on the weekends we have a blacksmither that comes and does demonstrations. Over here is a cafe, and they also do demonstrations of things that would be cooked outdoors on the outdoor stoves. So, welcome. Those of you that are new, glad you found me. Hope you find something you like. This podcast today is a little bit different than most of what I do. I'm just showing you some new cast-ons today. Who doesn't love a new cast-on? A couple weeks ago, I was invited to a cast-on party and never had been to one before. I have cast-on-itis on a good day, so I didn't think I needed a party to actually cast on, but apparently it's a thing. So, those of you that have been with me a while, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Those of you that contribute to this podcast through Ko-Fi or just being here and liking and subscribing and commenting and all the YouTube-y things, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll start off by telling you what I'm wearing today, which doesn't get much visibility ever on podcast or otherwise. This is my Rocket Tee by, Fiber Arts. I'll put it here. Brain fart. Yes, this is probably my least favorite finished object. I made it with 2 strands of silk, marled here, and then up here, it's 2 strands of the same. Did not like the way the pattern was written. I followed the hype and said, okay, I can do this. This is, what is it? It's a raglan tee. I mean, the V-neck. I just didn't like the way it was written. I think there are far better written patterns out there that are more beginner, user-friendly, for lack of a better word. So, but that's just me. Everybody's got their things. Just because I say it doesn't mean it's so. It's just my opinion. So anyway, I'm wearing it today, and it's about 92 degrees here in Florida, and it's short-sleeved, and when I'm done this podcast, it'll probably go right back in the closet. Yeah, it's okay. It's a garment. I can wear it. Anyway, those of you that have been with me, thank you again for stopping back. Appreciate it. Okay, what did I cast on at the cast-on party? I only got 3 items cast on. That was a day that I had to work in the ranger station here at the state park. We currently are volunteers here. Those of you that are new, we're volunteers in the Florida State Parks, and we are living on site, and we volunteer. So we are looking currently for a house, and recreational knitting may get recast as something else. Who knows? We'll see. Those of you that are new and don't know about this is crazy. We've been in this RV for almost 4 years. I say that, and it's really not true. It's 3.5 years. It feels like 4 years. So, yeah, I can say that. So what did I cast on? My first cast on was a washcloth. I had some dishy, and I cast it on. This is that grandma's favorite dishcloth pattern that's free on Ravelry. Highly recommended, big size. I haven't done anything with it because I wanted to show it on the podcast. Last week I showed it as a finished object, and this week I'm showing it as a new cast on, but also a finished object. So that was cast on number 1. Cast on number 2 was at the recommendation of somebody that watches this podcast, and I am really sorry that I cannot remember your name, but this is the Perfect Knit t-shirt. This one is knit in, this is a cotton bamboo type of t-shirt, and it's by Caitlin Barthold. I do like it. It's a nice pattern. And I am using, because somebody had given me a gift certificate at Wool Warehouse in the UK, which I've never done before. This is made with natural, Stylecraft natural, bamboo and cotton. This is supposed to be a DK weight. I'd say it's more of a sport weight myself, just me. What do I know? This comes in a 100-gram ball. The shade is coral. I thought it was going to be a little less intense, but I'm okay with it. It's summer. It's Florida. It looks like flamingos, right? And I'm trying to find the yardage on this. It is 273 yards or 250 meters. See, I think that looks more sport weight, personally. Doesn't matter. I got gauge, except for I didn't get row gauge. I rarely ever get row gauge. And this is where I am. This will be the neck. And I actually am at the start of a row. It's hard to believe. And here are the raglans. Lovely. And I really kind of like this color. I think it'll look nice on me. This is one of my colors. I really am a bright type of person. My favorite colors are that lime green, fuchsia, and hot pink. I think this will be nice. This has a very nice drape. I don't know how it will actually be once I get it knit up, but this is the front, and it's kind of a rounded, let me show you the pattern again. It's a rounded neckline, and then you go back after and finish it with I think a four stitch I-cord bind off, which will make it very nice and neat. And if I decide that it's too low or too floppy or whatever, I may make it a little bit bigger I-cord. We'll see. I've used this much to get that much, and I have 5 of these. So, yeah. This was my first cast on. This was about a week ago on Saturday. Today is Tuesday, June the 20th. So I've made some progress on that, and I'm really pleased with how it's going to turn out, I think, yes. So second cast on. And those of you that have been with me a while know that this podcast should be called the Anchor Summer T-Shirt Podcast. Because guess what I cast on? Another Anchor tee. This is the front. It's a start. This is also made in Barocco Remix. It's light gray. I'm sure there's a color name somewhere. but the color number is 6930. And again, Remix Light, one of my favorite yarns, and I've knit, this is my 5th one, but only with my 4th one with Remix Light. I've made in like a pumpkin color, I made a teal color. I just finished a navy blue one, which you'll see on the next podcast as a finished object. And I made a light blue one out of a different type of yarn that I wasn't as pleased with. So I've gone back to the Remix Light. So those are my 3 cast-ons. I wanted to, this was going to be my 4th cast-on. I had cast this on, it's the Reina, and I don't know if I have a picture of it. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I don't have a picture of it. Reina, and let's see, does it have like who it's by? I'm sure it does at some point, but I only printed out these directions. I had cast this on back in the winter with Queensland Brighton Beach, which I think is this one, and Queensland United, which is the pumpkin color. And I wasn't real pleased with the way that my stitches were looking. And as I looked more closely, I found a drop stitch like all the way back to, you know, it was only this, so I just frogged it. It felt so satisfying. And that's what I did. So that was going to be my 4th cast on. So it looks like maybe we might have a cast on party sometime in the late summer. What do you think? Thinking maybe Christmas knitting. Anybody? If you're interested in a cast on party via Zoom, say that in the comments below. I think it would be fun. I think it would be very fun. Let me put my pattern before it blows away. This is where I'm keeping my the pink bamboo cotton coral. That's where I'm keeping that one. And this is currently being stored in my fat squirrel bag. Love me some fat squirrel bags. So that's where I'm at. Oh, and those of you that don't know the Anchor Summer Tee, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you a picture. I think Petite Knit should start paying me. It's by Petite Knit. Hoping I'm getting that on camera. There we go. And I have found that her sizing is off, for lack of a better word. She's a peanut. This is the designer, and she's very tiny. And I think her size is extra small. I think she probably can shop in the children's department. I could be wrong. But usually I will waver between a large, extra large 1X to knit. This one I'm knitting in a 3X. Now, I could go down to a 2X, but I prefer a little more ease. So that's just me. All right, so those are my 3 cast-ons. Yeah. And my plans for another cast-on is, has anybody else seen this? Does anybody else want to knit it? I bought the pattern. It's cadre, I'm not sure how we say this. It's a Surrey shirt, and the designer is cadre. And this is her email if you ever have any need to email her. hello@cadre.com. And this is the one that I'll be casting on next. And I think I have some Barocco black remix, remix light that looks an awfully lot like that. So, what are you planning for the rest of the summer, for casting on? It's that time of year where we don't want to touch wool in the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere, you're wanting wool. But are you knitting cotton tops? Are you trying some new bamboo? Are you looking to find a new summer t-shirt pattern? What is it that you're knitting on for the summer? Drop it in the comments below. That really helps my channel. It helps form the community, which I'm hoping that we continue to grow. So like, subscribe, comment, all the YouTubey things. And I'm going to leave you with a few pictures of the park today. I'll be back with a regular episode in a few days. See ya! Knit in peace.